Have you eaten a credit card recently? Sure about that? What if I told you that you eat the equivalent of one credit card per week in microplastics? Look, I'm a person with a slight plastic straw addiction. I chew them to regulate my body. I love them, but after doing some extensive research into the health and environmental impacts of plastics, I can tell you the results are shocking even for a straw aficionado like me. So, what are these microplastics that we're consuming every day? They are tiny pieces of plastic, 5 millimeters or less, that are either added to the products we use or are the byproducts of them, and they are everywhere from Arctic ice to our cells. Recent research suggests that these small particles pose a big risk. Today I'm going to talk to you about microplastics. Specifically, I'm going to persuade you to limit your exposure to microplastics. Firstly, I'm going to reveal why microplastics pose a big risk to human health and the environment. And secondly, I'm going to recommend some measures to help you limit your exposure. How prevalent do you think microplastics are in the products that we use? Let me give you a clue. According to Stephanie Dutchin in a 2023 Harvard Medicine magazine article, microplastics are everywhere, from your clothes to your cosmetics to the cleaning products you use, to the food you eat and even the water you drink. Yes, you heard that right. Even your water contains microplastics. As Sandy Lamott writes in a 2024 article on the CNN website, 1 liter of water contains about 240,000 microplastic particles. And if you're a fan of chewing gum, then just let this sink in. According to Kristen Rogers in a 2025 CNN article, research that will be published next year found that 1 gram of chewing gum releases approximately 100 microplastics. There is literally no way to escape them. The truth is that every year you consume between 39,000 and 52,000 microplastic particles, a fact confirmed in 2023 by Ziani et al. In research published on the National Library of Medicine website. And where do they go? Well, according to the previously cited research by Ziani et al., microplastics are found in the liver, spleen, heart, lungs, thymus, reproductive organs, and kidneys. Even more troubling, according to the previously cited 2023 Harvard Health magazine article, they have been detected in breast milk and newborn baby poop. And what if I told you that even your brain contains plastic? Picture a plastic spoon, the kind you might use to eat ice cream. That is the amount of plastic that you currently have in your brain, according to Sarah Kuda in a 2025 article published on the Smithsonian website. Worryingly, this amount is increasing. According to the previously cited Smithsonian article, your brain contains 50% more plastic today than it did 8 years ago. So, what does that mean for your health? Serious health risks, that's what. These include, according to the previously cited 2023 National Library of Medicine article, disruption to vital biological processes such as the endocrine and immune systems which threaten to impact mobility, reproduction, and development. Really concerning is the threat to our brain health. It's possible that microplastics in the brain might lead to high levels of neurotoxicity, which, according to 2022 research from the National Library of Medicine, could lead to an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and dementia. Research on the harmful effects of microplastics on other animals and their ecosystems reveals how damaging they are to the environment. Take the water system. As a 2020 article on the Yale Sustainability website explains, microplastics enter the water system, potentially impacting everything that lives there, including algae, fish, crabs, turtles, and birds. Scientists are beginning to see the impacts of this in marine life, including compromised reproductive systems, stunted growth, diminished appetite, tissue inflammation, and liver damage, according to the previously cited article on the Yale Sustainability website. If you think this is bad, remember that many of these marine creatures enter the food chain when we consume them, so if they are harmed, we are harmed. Due to their prevalence, We must be realistic about the steps we can take to reduce our exposure to microplastics. However, by making a few small adjustments that I'm going to call reduce, replace, and respond measures, we can work towards protecting ourselves and our planet. You can't completely cut out microplastics, but you can be more intentional about your consumption by reducing your use of single plastics and cosmetics that contain microplastics. You can replace single-use plastics with glass and ceramic containers, as microplastics researcher Laura Lopez Gonzalez suggests in a 2024 article for UCSF. Use reusable flasks rather than buying. Bottled water. Gonzalez also recommends replacing a meat-heavy diet with one that is more plant-based. Finally, we can replace cosmetics containing microplastics with ones that contain more natural ingredients. As Tamara Davison suggests in a 2024 article for environmental advocacy group Clean Hub, search out companies that offer glass refills and ethical ingredients. Finally, the best thing you can do is respond to the microplastic problem proactively by educating yourself and exercising your consumer rights. If you want to do something really meaningful, environmental advocate Dr. Lee Shemitz suggests in the previously cited 2020 article on the Yale Sustainability website, raise your awareness and volunteer at local plastic cleanups. Today, I revealed why microplastics pose a big risk to human health and the environment. And secondly, I recommended some measures to help you limit your exposure. The problem with microplastics is likely to get worse for people and the planet. Do your part today by reducing your consumption, replacing your products, and responding proactively to the problem.